Hello, welcome to our relationship series on Facebook, also on YouTube. My name is Dr. B, and in this series, I try to teach you life principles to handle life issues. And I want you to listen very carefully because right now we've done a lot of entitlement, we've done something on control and manipulation. I just want to take in the next few weeks, I want us to discuss some stories. I'm going to present a story today, and I would like to get your response between now and tomorrow evening. And I want to know what you think about it so that we can all discuss it together. This story is about a young man who in 2013 came home to inform the family that he wanted to get married. And the whole family supported the move of the marriage. And they decided to inquire further, and they found that the lady the boy was to get married to was 11 years older than the young man. So the young man was 23 and the lady was 28, 11 years. So the young man was, 11 years older than the young man. So the young man was 27 and the lady was 38 years old. That's exactly the picture here. And so he wrote me this letter that what should he do? And the sister who attends the church said it does not matter to her, that she loves the brother loves the girl, and that's enough. Apparently this lady is a working class lady with a well-paid job. And the question was, should the family agree for their 27-year-old son to marry this 38, almost 39-year-old lady with a good job, but much, much more older than the young man? So the question they were asking me is, I wanted to know if it was the right thing for them to allow their brother to marry this lady who was already 39 at the time we were doing this. But the brother was not yet even 20, just 27. And so, question is it possible? A lot of people have written to me, I won't tell you what they said, so you don't begin to think about it. But the question is, should this young man of 27 get married to this lady of 39? And the family is opposed to it, but the sister who sent the message said she didn't mind it. And so it became a dilemma. What should the young man do? The young man said he's in love with this lady. Remember, the lady is 39 years old. I'd like to get some responses from you because it's your responses that will lead to our discussion tomorrow. The second one that we'll talk about tomorrow is from another young fellow who just got married, and he sent a letter saying, my family hates my wife. He said, from the day I met my wife, my now wife, because he first introduced her to the family when she was not yet married to him, my family has been against it from the one. This woman came into my life when things were tough between my family and I. In other words, this young man had issues with his immediate family before he wanted to get married. But this girl did nothing wrong, he says. When he was going to get married to her, he wrote to me and said he did not tell her about the tension between his family and himself. With time, he was able to resolve that tension and started getting along well with his family. But what did he notice? The family liked him, they couldn't just stand the wife. So he wrote and asked me that as much as I tried hiding the fact that my family didn't like my wife, my family keeps making it clear to my wife that she's not a welcome member of the family. And I'm the only man in the family, so she's the only daughter-in-law. One would think my mother will look at her in a positive way. It's one thing not to treat her like a daughter, but it's another thing that I'm experiencing. My wife is being treated like an outcast. Every time we have family functions, my family sticks together and ignores my wife. At every chance they can get, they ignore her. If they do talk to her, it's most likely a monosyllabic answer, yes, no, a one-word answer, or something very rude. Now we have children, and my family doesn't even like my children because they don't like my wife, and so they have decided not to like my children. They won't even refer to my wife by name. My children are young, but I'm afraid eventually, as they get older, my children will notice that my family, my mother, my father, my siblings, just don't like my wife. For many years of our relationship, my wife tried to ignore what was going on between her and my family. But after years of being treated poorly and, quite frankly, always being disrespected, my wife had enough. My wife was always under the impression that if I never said anything to my parents, it would get worse. I did say things to my parents. My wife got angry at me that all the time I never seemed to have done anything. She didn't realize that I would normally speak to my family about their behavior, and nothing ever came out of it. I was now stuck in between my family and my wife. I finally broke down and thought to myself, my family hates my wife. What do I do? I'm sick of the constant fighting between my family and I about them hating my wife. I'm also sick of fighting my wife about me not doing enough to alleviate the situation. Everyone was disrespecting everyone, and nothing was getting better. I began to resent my wife for not believing that I'm standing up for her at her back. And I began to resent my family for not growing up and getting over whatever issue they had with her. I needed, and I still need, something to change. After going back and forth with possible solutions, I finally decided that I should show my wife that I love her. I want to work everything out. Well, I've chosen to come to you, Doctorbeee. We believe that through this program, maybe I can get my family to love my wife, or get my wife to reconcile with my family. Really long. You have to read it. We're discussing these two things tomorrow, Sunday at 6 p.m. And I just want you to look forward to it. It will be a live session. The presence will be important because I will need you to put in your contribution as we try to resolve these two issues. Before we go today, I want to tell you that trust is earned. E-A-R-N-E-D. Trust is earned. Trust is earned. It's like a salary. You work for it. Trust is not a gift. Trust not given. You have to earn it. And you earn trust by consistently, regularly doing things that make you trustworthy. You keep on doing it over a long period of time, then you earn trust. Trust is like an eraser. You know those rubber erasers they used in school in those days to clean pencil writings? Yes, that's how trust is. When you lose trust, people have to erase your evil every time. I forgive you, I forgive you. A time will come when the eraser begins to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller because you're always committing errors, and so people find it difficult to trust you. If you want to be trusted, be consistently good. When we trust in the area of work, wake up on time. Nobody should be sleeping at 8 a.m., at 7 a.m. Wake up on time. Take a shower. Go to work. You want to be trusted in regards to money? If it's ₦5, $5 you're giving to, take care of it. Be faithful in little things. People will trust you with bigger things. Somebody will be trusted in caring. Just care for people. And do it round the clock. 24/7. Be a carer around the clock. When you're down or up, still be nice. People will learn to trust you. People will learn to give their family to you to take care of. If you're not good, you're not good. Stay back to competence and character. Even in trust, yes. I'll come again your way tomorrow on these two beautiful topics. Look forward to seeing you. My name is Dr. B. Take care, stay safe, and do everything possible not to fall into trouble. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.